Galactic Council chambers fell silent as Ambassador Zenith's heels echoed across the crystalline floor. She carried no weapon, no datapad, no evidence of the fury burning behind her calm expression. Beside her, Axel walked with the measured pace of someone who had already made peace with what came next. "The human delegation requests the floor," Zenith announced, her voice cutting through the murmurs of 1,000 species. Council Prime Vexthor, a being of pure energy contained within a diplomatic shell, gestured dismissively. "Your species was warned. The tariffs on human trade routes were necessary. You consume too much, expand too quickly, and refuse to acknowledge your place in the cosmic order." Zenith smiled. It didn't reach her eyes. "We acknowledge it now," she said softly. Axel stepped forward, pulling a simple envelope from his jacket. Paper, an absurd primitive material that made several council members laugh. He placed it on the central podium. "Our withdrawal papers," he explained. "Humanity is leaving the Galactic Council, effective immediately. We're pulling all trade, all cultural exchange, all military cooperation, and all technological sharing agreements." The laughter died. "You can't survive without the Council's protection," Vexthor said, though uncertainty crept into his translated words. "The Krell Imperium will devour you within a cycle." "Perhaps," Zenith agreed. "But that's no longer your concern." She turned to leave, but Axel remained, his expression unreadable. "You should know, we're taking our contributions with us." "Your contributions?" The Zephid representative's tentacles writhed in confusion. "What contributions?" Axel's laugh was bitter. "You really don't know, do you? You never bothered to check what humanity actually did here." He activated a holographic display from the envelope. Apparently not so primitive after all. Numbers flooded the air, cascading in streams of data that made even the most advanced species representatives reach for their translators. 83% of the Council's medical supplies, Axel read calmly, manufactured by human corporations, sold at cost because we believed in the Council's mission. Gone. The medical consortium representatives went pale, or whatever their species, the equivalent was. 67% of faster-than-light engine maintenance. Zenith continued, her voice never rising. Performed by human engineers who worked double shifts to keep your fleets operational. Withdrawn. 94% of agricultural supplements for worlds undergoing terraforming, Axel added. All human biotech. All proprietary. All leaving with us. Vexthor's energy form flickered. "This is extortion." "No," Zenith corrected, finally allowing her anger to show. "Extortion is what you did to us. This is simply departure. You wanted humanity to know its place? Congratulations. Now you'll learn yours." The displays shifted, showing more data. Supply chains collapsed in real-time projections. Food shortages. Medicine rationing. Fleet groundings. The Council's entire infrastructure, built over centuries, had somehow become dependent on the species they'd treated as upstart children. "How?" whispered the Archon representative, a being of pure crystallized thought. "How did we not notice?" Axel's expression softened slightly. "Because we did it quietly. Humans don't brag about helping. We saw problems and fixed them. We saw inefficiencies and streamlined them. We saw suffering and ended it. We didn't ask for credit or positions of power. We just worked. And when you taxed us, sanctioned us, and restricted us," Zenith continued, "we kept working. We thought you'd eventually see our value. We were wrong." She pulled out a second document. This one digital, floating in the air between them. "This is a bill for services rendered over the past 50 years, at fair market rates rather than the at-cost prices we charged out of goodwill. The total comes to approximately 47 trillion council credits." The number hung in the air like a death sentence. "We don't expect payment," Axel said quietly. "Consider it a parting gift. A reminder of what you had and threw away." Vexthor's form destabilized momentarily. "If you leave, thousands of worlds will suffer. Billions of beings will what?" Zenith's voice cracked like a whip. "Will face the consequences of their leaders' decisions? Welcome to humanity's last 2 years. We've been suffering your sanctions while simultaneously keeping your civilization running. Forgive us if our sympathy has run dry." The council chambers erupted in chaos. Representatives shouted, demanding negotiations, offering concessions, threatening retribution. But Zenith and Axel simply walked away, their footsteps swallowed by the cacophony. At the chamber doors, Zenith paused and looked back one final time. You wanted to teach humanity humility, she called out, her voice somehow carrying over the noise. Congratulations. We learned it. We learned that no matter how much we give, some people will never see our worth. We learned that respect must be mutual, or it's merely subjugation. And we learned that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. But know this, Axel added, his tone cold. When the Krell come for us, we'll fight them alone. And when they come for you, and they will once they realize how weak you really are without us. Don't expect humanity to answer your calls. We left our contact information on file, but we left without a sound, just as you always wished. And you'll pay in full for that wish. The doors sealed behind them with a finality that echoed through the chamber. Within hours, human ships began their exodus from Council space. Colonies evacuated. Embassies emptied. Trade stations went dark. Humanity left without fanfare, without threats, without looking back, and the Galactic Council, for the first time in its 10,000-year history, understood what it meant to be truly alone. The invoice remained on the podium, uncollected, its numbers a monument to the price of arrogance.